Hello friends, it's July 22nd, and on today's podcast, I'll be going over a Serial Brain 2 blog entitled, You Have More Than You Know, Q. This is about the server that everyone keeps talking about, asking about. Trump has reiterated about the server many a time, and today we'll find out exactly where it is on today's True Reporting. Hey friends, how's it going? In front of me I have a new Serial Brain 2 post. It's pretty short, so I was going to add something about that Sanctum, that cult, into this also afterward, just to show you that it is a legit thing and that it's in major articles. But let's first go over this Serial Brain 2 post. And he says, Trump has just given us the server. So far, we know this fundamental information. The Q1675 riddle is the device through which Trump communicates with us. Using it as an anchor point, he sends us the information we need in order to read his moves and understand current news. I have written several related posts listing what we have learned. And I've done a lot of podcasts on this. If you care to go back and check out my Serial Brain readings, I believe I've done all of these, so we can go through them real quick. So Q1675, a reflection, a mug holder in Air Force One, and a happy Independence Day. Can you solve? 2. Trump has just validated Q and the Great Falls Rally and gave us the solution to Q1675. Let that sink in. Part 3. I told you Trump was talking to us. Some of you had doubts. Well, he just doubled down a second time. Part 4. Mr. President, we see you want to continue our B2 conversation. Part 5, Trump's hidden message to Strzok, Kate, and the soda. Part 6, Trump's brilliant chess combination in Helsinki. I had conversations with Anons who rightly made me notice that this new way of communicating with us was actually announced by Q in this June 20th, 2018 post. Q1581. We serve at the pleasure of the President. We left the decision on timing to him. Today, at the rally, he made his decision. Shift in tactics, attacks Q. I now realize that this shift in tactics means POTUS has decided to get us to the next level of our communications. Direct communication. Did you see my post about Q1304 Emmy Awards link? Emmy Awards? Did you see Q's translation of Comey's tweet in Q45 or Q645? This is how the deep state communicates. So if you want to look at that, I'll click on this one for you to see how they talk. JC tweet translation. Special Agent Andrew McCabe stood tall over the last 8 months. Do not talk. When small people, sheep, were trying to tear down an institution we all depend on, cover, we served with distinction for 2 decades. We own you and your family. I wish Andy well. 187 murder. I also wish to continue strength for the rest of the FBI. General threat to others. America needs you. Activate sleeper cells. Q. So yeah, they do. There's all types of coding. Every time we talk about watch the water, I really feel that Q's telling us to watch the water bottles. Then you have Peter Strzok showing the Kate water bottle, all this stuff. This is just so many communications that we are being, shown, we're being awakened to. So this is how the deep state communicates. Absolutely. Q gave us templates. This is how we also need to be communicating. This will allow us to intercept their communications and efficiently oppose them on the battlefield. Absolutely. Why? Because we don't have anything to hide, and they do. In the long run, they will have to stop communicating, and it will be a checkmate. So what's in the news? Let's start with the piece of information that is the easiest to decode, so you will start training your ear progressively. And he has a video if you'd care to watch it. Did you catch it? You notice an incident like this cannot happen in the White House unless it is done on purpose, right? I tweeted this out. I was pretty much the first person to say this. So Trump says, they just turned off the lights. Turn off the lights equals thinking of laughing. Then he smiles. Trump is saying, of course I have no confidence in the intelligence agencies. Hearing myself say I do makes me want to laugh. You got it? Let's try another. in this video, Trump says, in a key sentence in my remarks, I say the word would instead of wouldn't. And I know you all saw that press conference. The sentence should have been, I don't see any reason why I wouldn't or why it wouldn't be Russia, sort of a double negative. So you could put that in, and I think that probably clarifies things pretty good by itself. Did you catch what he is really saying? So you could put that in, who, where. Trump knows the fake news media has no interest in the truth and will certainly not archive it. Do you think Trump all of a sudden cares about what the MSM understands and keeps from him? No, he is talking to us. He is saying, I want to clarify a point that I know is of interest to you, the American people. Once I clarify it, put it in, and add it to the other points I have already made since my Great Fall speech. You got it? Now ask yourself, why isn't Trump even more explicit since he is clarifying? Wouldn't it be more powerful and unequivocal to say would not instead of wouldn't? Why is he using NT instead of not? Because he wants us to focus on NT. What is NT? Expand your thinking. Windows NT is a family of operating systems produced by Microsoft. Windows NT 3.1 was the first version of the operating system that was intended for workstations and servers. Its latest version is known under the name Windows Server 2016. Through this input, Trump has put to rest, I'm about to start laughing just because I'm so excited. Trump has put to rest all speculations regarding the interpretation of mirror. In the Q1675 riddle, he is saying, yes, the server interpretation is also correct. I am validating it. Add it to what you already know. Think Q666. Think mirror. Which team? They don't know. Apache. You now see the power of Q1675. I told you it's like a TV set through which you understand the news. This gives me the opportunity to address a very important question. Sometimes Anons ask me to share my views about the hypotheses and complain my responses are vague and not definitive. The reason is, at the time they ask the question, even though I find the hypotheses very aesthetically or rhetorically attractive, the riddle does not give a strong link to the hypotheses. I therefore remain silent until Trump or Q gives more information to confirm the validity of the hypotheses. Example, when I said B2, Trump said Oregon. When I said Hammond and he pardoned the Hammonds, going from B2 to Hammond was an impossible leap for me because B2 is a note any instrument can play. Trump had to validate it. This is why he gave the missing link, Oregon. Like many other anons I saw, mirror was related to a mirrored server. But making the link was not allowed by the riddle. It would have been a very weak link. Now Trump coming and saying NT is enough to bring in the server side. But there is more. Trump further solidifies this link. He also says, in quote, sort of a double negative, initials SDN. Rearrange DNS, domain name server. Indeed, we are in server territory, confirmed, resolve. Now that POTUS himself has validated the server, we can add another tangent to the Q1675 riddle and draw the following image read clockwise. Okay. In the key sentence in my remarks, I said that would instead of wouldn't. Sorry, guys. The sentence should have been, I don't see any reason why I wouldn't or why it wouldn't be Russia. NT, sort of a double negative. Okay? SDN. So you could put that in and think that probably clarifies things pretty good by itself. President Donald Trump, down here, mirror with the apple. Where must one be located in order to obtain a reflection? So we'll go here. NT DNS, Microsoft NT server right here. So we go from this, the NT, the SDN, NT, DNS. Once you rearrange it, we go to Windows NT server. We go down here, Apache HTTP server, Apache mirror. Come down here, mirror, up here, reflection. We see that, Apple, and then we go to this. Oh my God. I don't see how people figure this out. This is so smart. I know this type of language can be a little overwhelming in the beginning, but you will see. You will get the heck of it very quickly if you are willing to try and persevere. And by the way, no, I am not crazy. No, I don't see patterns everywhere. No, I am not reaching. Before bringing this language to our attention, Q made sure you saw how I was recruiting observation and logic to solve his challenging riddles. If I were here to deceive you or mislead you, I would have been crushed a long time ago like all the others. Q1186 future proves past. Now that I have given you these tools, try to decode Trump's message from here. Watch until 4940. You can click on and see what you can do. Try to determine how this part of the speech is connected to Q1675 and the server. Why would the use of the word apprentice? Why 23 companies? I will give the solution to this presidential riddle in my next post, but since I will agree it is a little hard, I will give you a hint. Research how paper whiteness is measured, considered the light reflected by the paper across the visual spectrum. You remember Q1675? It's all about reflections. Good luck. So they have the server. This is what I was getting to. And real quick, just to prove that this, let's see. This is inside the mysterious LA Sex Club. This is from Business Insider. That costs up to $75,000 a year and is rumored to have hosted Gwyneth Paltrow as a guest. SNCTM is an elite member-only sex club. Rumored guest at SNCTM events have included Gwyneth Paltrow and Bill Maher. We all know about Bill Maher. He's had trouble with prostitutes, blah, 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 super liberal, super left. The club's founder is currently feuding with its first member, Phuong Tran. A members-only sex club that hosts international events is in hot water and could potentially jeopardize the privacy of its wealthy members. Whoa. The club, where a basic membership costs $20,000, while the special Violet Key membership for male members is a one-time payment, $1 million, centers itself on the idea of exploring the boundary of what sex means and how it makes its members feel. Sanctium reportedly hosted high-profile guests such as Gwyneth Paltrow and Bill Maher, blah, 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 referred to as an erotic theater by its founder, Damon Launer. The club hosts masquerades, pool parties, classes, and dinner events. So, if I can, I'm not going to be able to find it just because I do have a picture of it, but I'm not sending it to my email and all that. But Damon Launer is linked to Tony Podesta. They have dinner together and stuff like that. I saw a picture of it. I'm not going to rummage through that and find it, but trust me, I wouldn't lie to you about it. So I'm just showing you that, while no photography is allowed inside Sanctium event, HBO and Showtime have both aired documentaries exploring the parties. The club hosts below are scenes from their recordings that show a small glimpse into the private and exclusive world of Sanctium. So yeah, I mean, what are these guys coming in here? Where was it? And they pay $1 million? Where was that? Yeah, the club, where a basic membership costs $20,000, while the special Violet Key membership for male members is a one-time payment of $1 million. Think of what you can get with $1 million. And that is it for me. If you found this informative and you enjoyed it, please subscribe. Please like this video. The more likes I get, the more it will be pushed into an algorithm and more people will be able to view it, which helps expose these people. Also, big ups to Serial Brain 2. I've been following him for a long time now. I've done multiple videos for him. He's never asked me to. I just enjoy it. And, follow him on Reddit. Follow him wherever you can. And he's always posting to The Great Awakening. I have a Patreon account if you would care to donate. All donations go to merch. I will pay for the shipping of that merch for my Patreon members only. Also, follow me on Twitter at True Reporting. I post multiple times a day, and it's fun. I'm getting some, followers quicker and quicker, and it's working out well. Anyways, guys, that's it for me. I really hope you have a great afternoon. Be safe out there. Love one another and take care of one another. And we'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.